Hi team, it's Sean. Just doing a quick video for you today. I've been going through all of my summit notes and wow, my hair looks crazy. And I just have so many pieces of information I want to share with you, and I don't want to overwhelm you because I know even reading the notes I feel a little overwhelmed. So I thought I would start with what I thought was the most important thing that I learned from the whole conference. There was a speech that was given, like a whole session, hour session, that was given by the author of The Compound Effect. His name is Darren Hardy. And if you haven't read that book, you should read that book. It's a very good book. And I've read it before, but it was one of those things where I've read a couple of these books and I'm kind of like, yeah. Like, it was when I was really first starting doing professional development and I wasn't really taking it too seriously. So listening to him and being in the mindset I am right now where I do want to grow and I want to learn, and I've realized that I don't know it all, it was very interesting listening to him speak. But one of the things that he said was that you have to fail a ton in order to succeed. And it was just such an important statement because I think sometimes in life we're so scared of failing. I think with this coaching business, I've held back a lot. I haven't talked to certain people about coaching, or I haven't reached out to certain people in my life about possibly being in a challenge group because I'm nervous about hearing no. And I assume they're going to say no. And then I look at that as a failure. Or I'm nervous about leading you group of coaches and not doing it right and being a failure there. So instead I don't do it the way that I should be doing it. So it was just such an interesting concept, and one of the things that he brought up that I thought was amazing was to shoot to get as many no's as you can in a week. And so he called it the 100 No Club, and he said that when he worked at he was a real estate agent, and he had been given the piece of advice to try to get as many no's as possible. He went to every single thing he could think of that he would get a no. So he went to all the for sale by owners. He cold called people, just called random people to see if they wanted to sell their house. He took the homes that nobody wanted to sell, and he took those ones because those would obviously probably be failures. But what he said is he'd get all these no's, but then he would get this one yes. And it would be so amazing, and that's how he grew his business, and he actually became one of the most popular, not popular, the best real estate agent, the most successful, there we go, real estate agent in his office. And then that kind of started off for the rest of his life. He took that mindset. And I just thought that was so interesting because I'll be completely honest. I've been really nervous about talking to people about coaching. If I reach out to someone, I usually reach out pretty sure they'll say yes, or if they say no, I really, really want them to coach, so I'm really persistent about it. But like there's certain people I think would be great, but I just assume they're going to say no, so I don't ask them. So yesterday, my coach had said to me to write down a list of 30 people that I thought would be good at coaching or that it could benefit their life. They didn't have to be amazing at coaching, didn't have to be like the all-star in my group, but someone I thought would be pretty good at it and had put their health first. So I sat down yesterday and I messaged 10 of the 30 people, and I just reached out to them and asked them, you know, have you ever considered doing what I'm doing? Or was even really upfront with them that I had been given the task to write down the names of 30 people I thought might be good coaches or that it might benefit their lives, and they were on this list. And I got 9 out of 10 people I have phone calls with this week. So that's crazy. And I didn't do anything spectacular. I just asked them if they'd ever considered it. And when they said yes, or if they had different reasons that they were thinking that they wouldn't want to do it, I would just message back, you know, saying why I still thought that they should do it. Like if they said they shouldn't do it because of their weight, you know, I gave them good reasons of how people could be on their journey. So that's a whole nother training topic. But the point of it is that I reached out to those 10 people and I was super nervous. And to get 9 of those people who are willing to talk to me, they might all say no. They might all say no, but guess what? One of them might say yes. And I'm excited about that because that's one more coach than I had before. So if you're sitting there and you're nervous about asking people because you're afraid of getting no, just ask. Just ask. What's the worst that's going to happen? So they say no. Okay, you say thank you. You know, I just thought I'd check in, especially if you're asking someone about coaching. Think about how that could really give a boost to that person too. I've had a couple people have said to me, no, I don't really quite feel there yet, but it really means the world to me that you think I would be good at doing what you're doing, because I truly believe they would be. So I think it's never give up means getting comfortable with being uncomfortable, was one of the sayings out at Beachbody. That's my favorite. I've written right at the top of my notebook, because it's true. When I get uncomfortable in this business, when I do things that make me uncomfortable and I reach out to people I'm not comfortable reaching out to, that's when the real magic happens. So I just really want to talk to you guys about this, because I think some of you are probably nervous like I am, and I just want to give you that little push. Just take a chance. Start reaching out to people. Like I said, shoot to get 100 no's. Like, start keeping a list. I'm going to keep a list of people that have told me no lately, and I'm going to shoot for 100, because I know if I'm getting 100 no's in those, that big list of people I'm talking to, I'm also getting a couple yeses. And so take a chance and get comfortable with being uncomfortable in this business, and that's when you'll actually succeed. So I hope you guys have a great week.